What? Good evening and welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm your host, Doug Engler. Joining me as always in the co-host seat are our good friends, Miss Angela Rose
Hi, everyone.
and Mr. Darren Starling.
Hello.
We want to remind everybody that Anime-Zing Radio is brought to you today by Home Circle Media. For the latest and greatest in anime gear, everything from pens, pencil, stationery, officially licensed art books. Be sure to check out homecirclemedia.com today or look for them at an upcoming convention near you. We're also brought to you by W Energy Drink. If you're looking for a great pick-me-up with no crash, check out W, that's DUBBY.GG. If you like what you see, they've got a lot of great flavors. Use our code AZR10 at checkout to save 10% off your order. Also, if you're in the Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina area and you need landscaping, be sure to reach out to Triple S Lawn Care. They give you a great deal, great work at a great price. Just reach out to Darren and he'll be sure to hook you up.
Yep, will do.
And now I'm going to do a shameless plug of my own. For anybody in the greater Boston area or who has an interest in Anime Boston, I did a recording with Enchanted Sorcery Productions. So go check that out. It is a YouTube video that is a recap of 2023's Anime Boston and a hype up for this year's Anime Boston, which is only in like 3 weeks.
Crap, I need to put the time in for that off. I keep forgetting.
Throw the link in the chat. That way, people in the chat can actually look at it.
And good evening to all of you amazing people in the chat. Thank you to everybody who's listening on the podcast platforms as well. Hello, Johnny and Ross. Great to see you guys in here. Always awesome to have the active chat room. Tonight, we're going to be looking ahead at the spring 2024 anime list. And we're also going to look at the Crunchyroll Awards and laugh at just how much of a popularity farce awards really are.
By the way, so since we're looking forward to spring, does that mean winter's almost over?
Allegedly.
Wow. Where did the winter go?
I mean, time just flies. It's hard to believe, that.
And I say allegedly because I live in New England and it was almost 50 degrees out today, which means we're due for one more storm before spring happens for real.
And we're due for another frost. Because it's down in the 50s and 60s. And anytime that happens before Easter, well, we're going to get at least one or two more.
Yep. I've had Easters where I could wear a sundress and a bit and go swimming. I've had Easters where it's been snow.
Yeah.
It has officially been a year without snow in the Triangle area. That is a new record. 365 days without even a sighting of snow is new.
And Ross says that they have all good weather down there. In Pennsylvania today, we hit about 64 degrees. So it was nice while I was outside working in the yard today. Yesterday, I worked outside in the rain all day.
I know the feeling. Not fun.
I didn't work, but I was outside in the rain yesterday.
I was outside for 11 hours.
Yep. I was outside about 6 the other day. I think I did 38 bales of pine straw and 5 yards of mulch in the rain.
No, I just rode my bike to work in on a 20 some odd degree morning because, well, I didn't want to wait for the bus.
Well, 5 minutes in, I'm sure you couldn't even tell it was just cold.
But I have really good winter bike gear for this reason, so that I can bicycle in the cold.
So, what would you guys like to look at first? The anime, the spring anime, or the Crunchyroll Awards?
Pull up the Crunchyroll Awards.
Yeah, let's see what nonsense this is.
Yeah, and then if you want to bring in some other awards, you could also do Anime Corner and Anime Trending.
Anime Corner and Anime Trending?
All right.
Anime Trending, probably, as much as I've had my differences with them in the past. I mean, they are successful in what they do. So, I mean, it's worth at least looking at.
And it might be an interesting comparison to compare the different awards.
And on top of that, they're not, quote unquote, as biased fan base wise as some of the others. I feel it's a more accurate representation of the fandom than Crunchyroll.
I will say, at a glance, I'm on Anime Corner's Facebook page, and they posted a top 10 non-sequel anime. I'm actually watching I'm actually watching 3 of their top 10, which almost never happens.
Wow. And that's on their Facebook page or their website?
Facebook.
Okay.
I had a Facebook tab open, and I was actually looking for something else entirely, but and if that's the
And Ross
case,
says he wants the Crunchy Awards because he's cooking sloppy joes right now. That sounds good.
I have not had sloppy joes in a long time. That does sound good.
My daughter had sloppy joes for the first time at lunch at school, I think, last week.
You know, that's something we never got down here with sloppy joes. I don't think I had them as an option in elementary, middle, or high school.
So I'm going to tab over to the Crunchyroll Awards. So any comments that come through, I'm going to leave up to you guys to talk about. And we will slowly scroll down. Do we want to start from top down or bottom up?
Let's go bottom up.
Yeah.
Bottom up, I believe, is all the best voice performances. So we'll do English, Japanese, and then start up from there.
Okay.
So best performance, English voice acting, goes to Ryan Colt Levy, who voiced Denji in Chainsaw Man. Other nominees were Marissa Durin, who was Sagari Yamada in Hell's Paradise, Lexi Nito, the voice of Tomo from Tomo-chan is a Girl, Johnny Young Bosch, Ichigo in Bleach, The 1,000-Year Blood War, Austin Tyndall from Millions Knives and Trigun Stampede, and Abby Trott, who was Nezuko in Demon Slayer.
But
So those
barely had any lines.
Maybe that's why she did so well. I don't know.
That one, Trigun Stampede, was really good.
That one, the only one I saw was Tomo-chan.
I saw Tomo and Chainsaw.
I saw Chainsaw.
You saw Chainsaw, you saw Trigun.
Oh, and Trigun. I don't think I got to that arc in Demon Slayer.
And you didn't do Hell's Paradise, did you?
Nope.
That was on my list, I think.
Up next is Japanese.
I'm going to read comments. John Knight says, still needs to watch Chainsaw Man dub. Chainsaw Man was amazing, John. I highly recommend. Ross, early comment, Crunchy Award winners are trash to me, as they just want to focus on what's popular and power actions instead of ones that don't have problems with productions.
Well, that's why we're kind of going over this and poking some fun at it, because I'm pretty sure we know the big winners of the Crunchyroll Awards this year.
Of course.
So the nominees for Best Japanese Voice Performance, Yuichi Nakamura, who is Satoru Gojo in Jujutsu Kaisen. Yukari Kaji, Eren Yeager in Attack on Titan final season. Yoshino Aoyama. I'm going to butcher these
Aoyama.
names. Aoyama Bochi from Bochi the Rock. Mayumi Tanaka, who was Luffy in One Piece. Kikunosuke Toya voiced Genji in Chainsaw Man. Or Atsumi Tanizaki, who voiced Anya Forger from Spy Family. And the winner, of course, Jujutsu Kaisen.
It should have been Anya.
That was
Best-
no out of the list I think I watched.
Same. Or no, Chainsaw Man.
Oh wait, you're right, Chainsaw Man.
I watched Bochi and Spy Family.
Chainsaw Man was amazing, but
Best
Chainsaw Man also, I will agree, was a little overhyped.
Mhm.
Up next is the Best Anime Ending Sequence. The nominees were Mephisto by Queen Bee from Oshinoko, Koi Kagare Millet X Man with a Mission. Man with a Mission for Demon Slayer, Hawatari Noku Sentry 200 million centimeter long blades from Maximum the Hormone Chainsaw Man, Happiness of the Dead Shiui Zom 100
Should have seen that.
or Akari from Jujutsu Kaisen. And of course, Jujutsu Kaisen gets the nod.
The ending to Chainsaw Man was good. Queen Bee is just good in general, but
And talking about music, I saw a post recently that or a post today from our good friend Gavin, who was saying that the soundtrack for Call of the Night is amazing, which we told him about. I've told him about a few times, saying, knowing how much he likes music. Creepy Nuts is just amazing. Now, if Anime Boston could get Creepy Nuts,
that would be amazing.
that would be epic.
No, just no.
Best Anime Opening Sequence. Nominees: Work from Hell's Paradise, Where Our Blue Is, Jujutsu Kaisen, Song of the Dead, Zom 100, Kickback from Chainsaw Man, Innocent Arrogance, Heavenly Delusion, or Idol from Oshinoko, and of course, Jujutsu Kaisen, 3 in a row.
No, to be fair, I heard more buzz about the OP for Oshinoko from more of my friends that watch anime than anything else.
But I think a lot of people look at the hype of Jujutsu Kaisen and just vote blindly because it's Jujutsu Kaisen.
I agree.
And that's kind of the point of this. That's what we've already said from the beginning of this.
And that's why we're going to be poking fun at this because we know it's all a bunch of crap.
And Jujutsu Kaisen is not.
Not saying Jujutsu Kaisen is crap because I have not seen it. I'm just saying that whatever seems to be the most popular is what's going to win all the awards.
And according to Ross, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale should have won opening sequence.
I was gonna watch that one, but I forgot. For opening sequence for me last year, I would have to go back through my things and remember. Even though I did like the opening for Tomo.
Now, mind you, to put things in perspective, the fall 2023 anime season is not included in the nominees because it fell too late in the year for when the committee got together to nominate shows. So anything that aired in fall 2023 will be included in the Crunchyroll Awards at the end of voting at the end of this year for the 2025 awards. So shows like Free Rin were not nominated because they fell too late.
And same with Goblin Slayer season 2 would have also been too late
Mm-hmm.
because that opener was fantastic. Same with Apothecary Diaries.
And I know this because of an interview I saw with Kaho, who is on the Crunchyroll Awards committee, and they couldn't put that back in.
All right, let's moving on.
Oh, gotta put Darren back in.
Yep.
There you are, Darren. So up next, Best Anime Score. Your nominees: Suzume, Oshinoko, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Bocchi the Rock, and Attack on Titan Final Season. The Final Chapters Special one. What is the Final Chapters Special?
That's basically the final chapter. The final season, the final chapters was basically, instead of doing it as a full season or core,
Oh, okay.
it was 1 hour and a half long thing.
And the best anime score went to Attack on Titan.
You know what? I will actually agree with that one. The score for Attack on Titan was fantastic. I've said a lot about the final season and how much I was upset by it. And I also understand that this is nothing more than a popularity contest, but I will say that one was earned.
Up next, we have the Best Anime Song. Nominees are Work from Hell's Paradise, Where Our Blue Is, Jujutsu Kaisen, Suzume from Suzume, Session Complex, Bocchi the Rock, Kickback, Chainsaw Man, and Idol, Oshinoko. The winner was Idol from Oshinoko.
Ross also saying, as an ending theme, would have chosen Shadow House, or Sacrificial Princess opening would have been a good one as well.
Must protect at all costs anime character. We have Soleta Mercury from Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, which I have not seen.
That was so good.
Pochita from Chainsaw Man, adorable little character.
Agreed.
Miri Unasaka from Buddy Daddies. Boji, Ranking of Kings. I think it was the little boy in the series. I didn't watch it, but I think that was the main character's name was Boji. Hitori Goto, also known as Bocchi from Bocchi the Rock, and Anya Forager from Spy Family. And of course, Anya wins because she's absolutely adorable.
Mm-hmm. Plus, she needs, I guess, given her age, she needs the most protection. I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I would have thought out of the list, Bocchi would have been the one for that one.
Well, Bocchi, I don't think needs protecting. Bocchi needs to be forced out into the world more to overcome her awkwardness.
I would argue Suletta doesn't need protection so much as she needs saving from herself. But
Yeah.
Witch from Mercury was a really, really good one. And Ross is adding to that list, protect Mio from my happy marriage at all costs. Yeah, I'll agree with that one.
Up next is the Best Supporting Anime Character. Nominees: Suguru Geto from Jujutsu Kaisen, Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Power Chainsaw Man. Arima from Oshinoko. Hangezo, Hangezoe from Attack on Titan. Or
Hanj.
Hanj. Nah, and Arataka region from Mob Psycho.
Okay, I'm sorry. Mob Psycho should have had that one. But
I
and
I
also Power being a best supporting character is laughable at best.
I yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that. I like
My guess is people saw Jujutsu Kaisen, voted the first name they saw. If the nominees were in that order, they just clicked the first one and boom.
and
Be, in my opinion, you shouldn't be allowed to have multiple characters from the same show in the same category because
I
that
I
agree.
I
kind of
agree with
defeat the
that.
whole purpose.
But as far as supporting character on that list, I actually would have gone with Attack on Titan because she was a fantastic character. Everything else about, Attack on Titan aside.
Best main anime character. You have nominees Thorofinn from Vinland Saga, Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece, Mob from Mob Psycho 100, Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, Denji, Chainsaw Man, or Bochi from Bochi the Rock.
Having seen
Okay,
more than half of this list, I'll actually agree with I'll actually agree with Luffy.
I actually disagree. My vote's on Thorfinn.
I basing this on what I have seen. I did not see Vinland Saga. It's on my list. Eren Yeager
And
is is the main character, but he's not a good character, not a well, not a, eh.
I could also argue for Mob because we really didn't need a season 3, but it was well worth it to have it because it was just like it was nice.
And Denji was not. Denji was honestly I would argue. I love Chainsaw Man. I said this many times. Denji was the weakest character of that cast.
I agree.
And what are we defining as best main character? Like that's where I'm not judging the shows I haven't seen. But out of the ones I have, Luffy.
And in the chat, Ross says Mio, best main character from My Happy Marriage. John Knight agrees with the choice of Luffy.
And Ross also says Chiho Sasaki from Devil, best supporting character and best girl.
Up next, best slice of life anime. Nominees include Skip and Loafa, My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999, Insomniacs After School, Horimiya The Missing Pieces, Do It Yourself, or Bochi the Rock.
I would argue for Horimiya if it had been the first season, but the missing pieces. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good, but it didn't capture you quite the way the initial season did.
I could make an argument for Skip and Loafer, but it definitely didn't have the hype, but it was so good.
I have only seen Bochi the Rock out of this list. And it was
Dude,
really good and very relatable.
I wanted to watch Insomniacs and do it yourself.
I had people tell me, knowing the kind of style of anime that I like to watch, a lot of like the behind the scenes things like New Game and After School Dice Club. They're like, "Oh, you really need to watch this because you'll really enjoy it," but it never like piqued my interest. Never was even tempted to start it. Up next, Best Drama Anime. Now we have Vinland Saga Season 2, To Your Eternity Season 2, Oshinoko, My Happy Marriage, Heavenly Delusion, and Attack on Titan.
This is best drama.
Best
Yes.
drama.
I've only seen Vinland Saga out of this list.
Out of this list, I've only seen Attack on Titan and My Happy Marriage. And I would well, no. This specific part of the final season was actually well done. The final part of the final season is the part I had the most problems with. But again,
Ross?
I feel like this is and Ross agrees My Happy Marriage should have won. John Knight says Heavenly Delusion is on his watch list. I feel like this is 100% a case of Attack on Titan was so overhyped that's why it won.
Yeah.
However, I will say that specific part, and I actually think we're going to be seeing Attack on Titan next year because the final part aired in the fall.
Yep.
So be prepared for that.
Next category, Best Fantasy Anime. Your nominees are Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, Mashal, Mishoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 2, Ranking of Kings, The Treasure Chest of Courage, and The Ancient Magus' Bride Season 2.
I could, if this had been Mishoku Tensei Season 1, I would have said Mishoku Tensei. But based on this list, I'm really surprised that Banished from the Heroes Party considered part of their choices.
No.
Banished from the Heroes Party Season 1 was well before this, and
And
Season 2 is airing now.
I couldn't remember how far back that one was.
Yeah, Season 1 came out like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
And John Knight says Demon Slayer is a good fantasy anime. Ross says Sacrificial Princess and King of Beasts should have won Best Fantasy. Honestly, out of this list, I'm gonna say Demon Slayer won because it's the most recognized. It's got the biggest audience of this list. That said, Mashal was I really enjoyed Mashal. I probably would have voted for that instead, but it is what it is.
I have not seen any of these seasons. I currently started Jobless Reincarnation Season 1, and I saw Season 1 of The Ancient Magus' Bride. But I have not seen Season 2 of them, and I have not seen any of the other shows listed. Best Action Anime. Nominees are One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Bleach, and Attack on Titan.
Honestly, my vote would have been for Mob Psycho.
What are we defining? This gets into what are we defining as action, and also I'm going to make a case. Action and drama you can't have an anime that would be nominated for both action and drama, I would argue. but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, you see, it's almost like, oh, we got to put Demon Slayer in everything.
That's kind of what.
Between that and Jujutsu Kaisen.
And Attack on Titan.
Well, I'm not even gonna go after Attack on Titan because you're seeing them less and less nowadays, and everything is
Oh
Demon
no,
Slayer Jujutsu.
yeah, I'm more commenting on the fact that those three have been in most categories, I think, except Slice of
Yeah,
Life.
because I don't think any of them fit Slice of Life.
They don't. Although I'm sure if you were no,
This one moment happened in Attack on Titan that should make it a Slice of Life anime.
I was actually gonna try and argue that for the sake of argument. Um, Ross said Ross says I would have chosen Liar Liar, and John Knight says Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 had a lot of action. And Ross says I take that back. My Home Hero should have been the one for best action. My Home Hero was a really trippy show and very underrated. I don't know if it was even on enough people's radar to get a nomination, Ross, but it was a good one.
I would love to see an awards, like place do an awards thing where they don't include the extreme mainstream stuff. It would be like the
Um,
underdog awards and see how many people
and
vote.
I agree with the disqual because the higher fan base is typically going to vote what they know and may not have seen all the other choices.
Kind of like for best action. I have not seen any of these shows.
I saw the live action One Piece. Does that count?
And the next list, best comedy anime. Your nominees, 100, Urusei Yatsura, Spy Family Season 1 Core 2, Mashal,
How?
Buddy Daddies, and Bocchi the Rock.
Those are considered comedy.
Uh-huh.
I don't see it.
Spy Family. The two that I have seen on this list, Spy Family, I get.
I mean, I can get it for Spy Family a little bit, but comedy is not the main.
No,
Yeah. I
it's
can understand Spy Family and I can understand Bocchi.
Mashal also is. I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. It's effectively it is a satire of sorts.
If you wanted comedy, the Konosuba's spinoff should have been on the list.
Yeah. I would have rather have seen that because that was entertaining.
But again, this gets into what are we defining as comedy?
No,
Yeah.
that one's actually defining. That one's actually comedy. But yes,
Like Mashal, I would or like I get it, but that's a stretch. And Spy Family again, I get it, but I would argue that's a stretch.
And Ross did not laugh at any of the comedies. John Knight says on 100, Spy Family, and Mashal is on his watch list.
Zom 100 needs to be higher on my watch list than what it actually is.
All right,
That
Ross.
said, to bring this full circle, the season 2 opener for Mashal is done by Creepy Nuts.
Next category is Best Romance Anime. Your nominees are Tomo-chan is a Girl, Skip and Loafer, My Love Story with Yamada-kun, My Happy Marriage, Insomniacs After School, and Horimiya the Missing Pieces.
Okay, I could make an argument for. I can make an argument for both Horimiya and Tomo in this case.
And Horimiya got the win.
I'm actually happy for that.
I can't argue with that. I can't even argue with that one because I've not seen Horimiya. That said, Skip and Loafer was great. The better romance, in my opinion, My Happy Marriage.
Tomo-chan was a cute romance that you saw slowly develop. But I have not seen any of the other ones. But Darren, I know you have talked Horimiya up quite a bit. So
It's one of the OG romance animes and mangas. I think it's one of the OG romance mangas that like set the standard for romance in terms of at least high school romances because they're genius.
and Ross says, "See, this is a category that upset me because some of these weren't on Crunchyroll."
Were they
I
on
thought,
Funimation or were they on High Dive or where were
Well,
they?
not in this category, but Oshinoko was on High Dive.
yeah, I think all of these were on Crunchy.
I can tell you My
Oh,
Happy Marriage was on Netflix.
okay.
That was a Netflix original, I think, or that's how I watched it. Skip and Loafer was Crunchy, so was Tomo-chan. It's on my list. I just didn't get around to watching it yet. And I know you two said a specific character in there. You guys, or it reminded you both of me.
Yeah.
I'll get to it eventually. I promise.
Best art direction nominees: Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, Jujutsu Kaisen, Oshinoko, and Zom 100, with the winner going to Demon Slayer.
I would argue that the art for Chainsaw was actually good.
Agreed.
Um, Now, granted, even though I didn't watch Psalm 100, the visuals I did see were quite impressive.
Um, I've only seen like a little bit of Demon Slayer. I don't think I've gotten to this arc, but it is the art from what I have seen is really good. But I think
Mm-hmm.
this gets into it's Demon Slayer, so people are gonna vote for that.
Mm-hmm.
And Ross in the chat says Insomniacs was on High Dive and My Happy Marriage was on Netflix. But if it was just crunchy choices, he would have chosen Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. But since it's mixed, he chooses My Happy Marriage for the best romance.
Ross, I will say thank you so much for recommending that one. I really, really enjoyed it.
Best cinematography nominees: Vinland Saga Season 2, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Heavenly Delusion, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, and Attack on Titan.
I would have given, based on what I've seen, you can't beat Vinland Saga when it comes to the cinematography.
See, this is the one. This is the award I would have given to Attack on Titan. Because as much as. Because this is the one, it was so. It. The cinematography was fan freaking tastic. Just how everything was done.
I haven't seen any of these, so I probably wouldn't have even put a vote in. Best Director. You have Oshinoko, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Heavenly Delusions, Chainsaw Man, Bochi, and Attack on Titan. Now, again, the only show of this that I've seen is Bochi the Rock, so I probably would have voted that because it's the only one I saw. But at the same point in time, I feel like if it wasn't directed and produced the way that it was made, I don't think it would have had nearly the amount of interest as it has. I think the way that they went with the story and the way that they went with the characters really is what made that show as popular as it is.
See, I could make an argument here for Chainsaw Man. Because as much as I already said how much I despise, as much as I already said that Denji was the weakest character of that ensemble, you're not gonna. That's the way it was. That arguably was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And subsequently, you're not gonna get that kind of. You're not gonna get that without good writing and good directing.
And again, the winner, Jujutsu Kaisen. Best character design: Trigun Stampede, Oshinoko, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise, Demon Slayer, and Chainsaw Man. A lot of repeating ones throughout the whole process.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not even going to give other shows a chance. It's just the main, like,
See,
10, 15.
In terms of uniqueness, Chainsaw Man had that one. I'm sorry.
I would actually argue for character design. I would actually argue Trigun Stampede. Because it was that different. Because they didn't try to carbon copy the original.
And Jujutsu Kaisen gets the dub on that one. Best animation. Your nominees are Trigun Stampede, Mob Psycho, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, and Attack on Titan.
Okay, animation sequence. I will give it to Demon Slayer just for the fact that they do have some of the cleanest animation sequences. Ever since they broke the internet, because that's what caused them to break the internet in the first place.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. That one I can't even argue.
And again, I haven't seen any of these shows, so I wouldn't have put a vote in. So
Like,
I don't count watching 6 episodes of Demon Slayer season 1 as having seen the show.
no, but based on what I have seen from this list and what I've seen of Demon Slayer, yeah, I can't even argue.
I mean, I know a lot of people really hype up the animation from Demon Slayer. Best original anime: The Marginal Service, I've never heard of, Mobile Suit Gundam, Do It Yourself, Buddy Daddies, Birdie Wing, Golf Girl Story Season 2, and Akiba Maid War.
Akiba made more. Akiba made more.
Witch from Mercury.
I have not seen any of these. The winner was Buddy Daddies.
I heard it was good, but I did not see it.
Same. I have no interest in it.
Same.
And HH in the chat says the choices are on a 3-sided die. You think they choose from the best grossing titles? Ross says Akiba Maid War was 2022. It doesn't count. If it was fall 2022, that's why it made the list.
And John Knight is saying Buddy Daddies is their version of Spy Family.
I can understand that. But, no.
And the next category, Best Anime Film. Your nominees are Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King, Blue Giant, Kaguya-sama Love is War, The First Kiss That Never Ends, Psychopath Providence, Suzume, The First Slam Dunk. Never heard of The First Slam Dunk.
Why is One Piece Red not on that list?
Did that come out in 2023?
I thought it came out because I thought that came out in 2023 or the very end of 2022.
Wasn't that a theatrical release and not?
2022.
Yes,
November 4th, 2022.
Yeah, so that would have been fall 2022.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that should have been eligible for nomination.
And I'm surprised. And my whole argument there is, it broke a bunch of records in the theater.
Yeah.
Out of the ones on the list, I can only vouch for Kaguya.
I am ashamed to admit I have not seen any on this list.
Same.
Same Black Clover, but not the movies.
Psychopaths, I think this is the one thing I haven't seen. So that's go back.
And you live so close to Providence.
But I'm saying.
And Best New Anime Series. Nominees, Zom 100, Oshinoko, Hell's Paradise, Heavenly Delusions, Chainsaw Man, and Bocchi the Rock.
I'm surprised Bocchi didn't get that one.
Chainsaw Man had more hype than Bocchi, so I think that's where...
I'm surprised. I haven't seen it, but I'm surprised Oshinoko didn't get it.
But the amount of hype behind that series as well, I can agree with you.
Like, don't get me wrong, Chainsaw Man was fantastic, but...
And for those of you who can't see the stream, the best anime film went to Suzume. So if you're listening to us on the podcast platform, my apologies for not giving the winner of that one. Best Continuing Anime Series. Nominees, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Spy Family, and Vinland Saga. With the winner going to One Piece. Because it takes over 1,000 episodes to find One Piece.
To me, continuing anime, they should be disqualified if they have more than 100 episodes.
I would argue something that's ongoing. I would argue ongoing needs its own category that's not continuing. John Knight, One Piece never ends. It's eventually ending.
I mean, the author's already admitted that he has the story mapped out. I mean, they even did a bit where a kid with a terminal illness asked the author to tell him the ending to One Piece, and he did. But of course, since it was a terminal illness, he's the only one that knew.
And Anime of the Year. Nominees include Vinland Saga, Oshinoko, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, and Bocchi the Rock. Now, Anime of the Year, I don't think Bocchi the Rock should have been in this list.
I would argue Chainsaw Man shouldn't have been on this list.
I agree. I can argue Vinland Saga Season 1 definitely should have taken the crown on this list, but Season 2, it lost quite a bit of hype and I can understand why. But it's still my preferred choice out of this list.
And the winner, of course, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. So that's the Crunchyroll fan most popular awards. And you were talking about looking at some of the other sites that have awards. I have the Anime Corner listed page pulled up here.
And to be fair, when they say best of the year, they mean all 4 seasons. So that's winter, fall, summer, and spring 2023. That's all 4 seasons. There's no 2022 and there's no 2024 stuff in there.
So we will scroll to the bottom of the list. Best adaptation of the year. And then they have 15 nominees. Good God.
Yeah, they take a
Onamai,
lot.
I'm not.
They take a lot more into consideration.
Onamai, I'm Now Your Sister, Trigun Stampede, Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess, and the Genius Young Lady. That has to be a light novel title because, oh my God.
Yep.
Tengoku
That's Heavenly Delusion.
Heavenly Delusions, okay. Demon Slayer, Jobless Reincarnation Season 2, Jujutsu Kaisen 2, Vinland Saga 2, Bleach, Apothecary Diaries, Oshinoko, Attack on Titan, the final chapter, Bungo Stray Dogs, Dangers in My Heart, and the winner was Frieren with 12.77% of the vote, Dangers in My Heart at 11.23.
The final chapter of Attack on Titan was garbage.
Final chapter got a 10.46% of the vote.
I'm actually shocked by that.
I'm actually shocked to see number 15 on the list. That is actually impressive.
It probably was like what got a vote.
Wait, which one was 15?
Onimai, I'm Now Your Sister. The one where the shut-in otaku NEET, his sister turns him into a biological girl and basically reintroduces him into society by sending his butt back to school as a middle schooler. But as a girl.
Like, some of that actually does surprise me.
Animation of the year. Onimai, I'm Now Your Sister in 15th, Magical Revolution, Pluto in 13th, Trigun Stampede in 12th, One Piece, Tengoku Dayamako, Shangri-La Frontier, Apothecary Diaries, Bungo Stray Dogs, Oshinoko, Bleach, Demon Slayer, Frieren in third on this one, Attack on Titan at 13.12%, and Jujutsu Kaisen gets the win at 13.23, so just squeaks out above AOT.
Ross, you know what, guys? It's free choice of humans, meaning we can choose who wins ourselves. Also wanted to say this earlier, but if you think about this logically, Crunchyroll Awards never happen live because who would be up at 3 in the morning watching an award show?
Very true.
What sounded horrible, HH?
I think he was referring to the I'm Now Your Sister.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. It was. If nothing else, it was incredibly thought provoking, and kind of a nice. As much as I didn't think I was gonna like it, it actually surprised me. It was actually pretty decent for what it was.
Next category on Anime Corner is Fantasy of the Year. We have Kamikatsu in 15th, Working for a God in a Godless World. Magical Revolution. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon 4? Shield Hero 3. One Piece. Konosuba in 10th place, An Explosion on This Wonderful World. You were talking about that earlier, Darren. My Happy Marriage in 9th. Eminence in Shadow. Mashal in 7th. Jobless Reincarnation in 6th. Hell's Paradise in 5th. Demon Slayer 4th. Bleach in 3rd. Jujutsu Kaisen, is that really a fantasy?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so I don't know if it's truly a fantasy or if it was just voted in because it's Jujutsu Kaisen. And first place goes to Freerun with 15.55% of the vote. I agree with this from all the shows that I have seen that are on this list.
I can agree
Freerun
with
is one of the best
this as
fantasies.
well.
And I've hyped it up a lot since it first started, and I will say that, in my opinion, Freerun is one of the best fantasies that I personally have seen in a long time.
Has it worked its way into your top 10 list
Freerun
Of
is in
all
my
time?
top 5.
of all time?
I
all
probably
categories?
would put it in my top 5 of all time, right up there with Realist Hero. Mystery Suspense of the Year. This one had 10 nominees. 10th place, Inspector, Season 2. Spy Classroom. Link Click, Season 2. I've never heard of that one. Ron Kamandoshihari's Forbidden Deductions. Never heard of that one.
Sounds like a Sherlock Holmes-ish anime.
Undead Girl Murder Farce.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, and I've never seen an Anime Corner Awards like nominations and stuff. I don't, but I do like the fact that they include so many different shows. And when I say their shows here, I've never heard of. I like that because this is something different. I mean, they may only be getting a small percentage of the votes, but it's not every category you have the same 5 damn shows like Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically I wanted to pick on Crunchyroll because it's just popularity contest of about 10 to 15 shows in every category. But there are so many other shows that are just as good and so many other actors, voice actors who performed just as good as the ones that were nominated that were brushed aside because it wasn't a mainstream show. Continuing with the list here, we have Pluto, we have Tengoku, Bungo Stray Dog Season 5, Hell's Paradise, and Apothecary Diaries ends up winning with an 18.85%. The top 3 were very close.
And Apothecary Diaries is one of my current favorites. It's so good.
It's kind of funny. I think that's the only Chinese one on this list.
Sci-fi of the year. We have The Gene of AI, Paradox Live, Eden Zero Season 2, Trigun Stampede, Mobile Suit Gundam, Pluto, Undead Unlock, Nier Automata version 1.1a, Tengoku, and the winner by the largest amount we have seen thus far, Dr. Stone, 26.95 to 15.27.
I'm actually surprised that Gene of AI is even on that list. I watched it. It was conceptually it was a very interesting concept. It really did make you think, but overall, I didn't think it was like that noteworthy per se.
But I will argue for Dr. Stone, even though I haven't seen the most recent seasons. You, if you want sci-fi, that's the way to go.
Um, Near, I would almost argue. But yeah, that list was interesting.
Yeah. Up next, we have Comedy of the Year.
Oh,
With
look, I see some titles that are actually comedy.
including The Legendary Hero is Dead. That was interesting. I don't even remember if I finished that one, but I did start it. And I think it was very meh. Onimai, Kamikatsu, The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague. I have not seen that one. Masterful Cat is depressed again today.
I heard good things about that one.
I've heard mixed reviews on that one. The Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess. Girlfriend Season 2, which I would consider that a comedy. Campfire
Definitely.
Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill. 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You.
Yeah.
Konosuba, Explosion on This Wonderful World. Eminence in Shadow Season 2. Is that really a comedy?
Yes, just because of how unserious, like loosely Sid takes everything.
Number 4, Tomo-chan is a Girl.
I can agree to that one.
Third, Zom 100. Second place, Mashal at 13.41. And the winner, Spy Family Season 2 at 19.24.
Wow.
Ross in the chat says, "Cool headed guy wasn't much of a comedy, more of a romance."
And Romance of the Year.
Here you go, Ross. This one's for you.
All right, Ross, I want to hear your opinions on what is on this list and like tear them to pieces on how bad some of these are. Because I know you are a romance connoisseur in the chat. 15th?
That would also be me for some of these.
Yeah. 15th, we have Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. Magical Revolution. You were talking about, The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague. There you go. That one is in the romance category. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible.
Yes, that one was adorable.
Tonikawa Season 2.
Yep.
The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses.
Cute.
Insomniacs After School. Skip and Loafer. 100 Girlfriends. Horimiya. Fifth place goes to Tomo-chan because that really was a good romance.
Mm-hmm.
Yamada at level 999 in fourth. Third place, My Happy Marriage. Second place, The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. I think you enjoyed that one, Dan.
Yes. Oh my god.
And The Dangers in My Heart.
Yeah. That one has gone above and beyond. Season 1 was great. Season 2 is just blowing everything out of the water. See, now that's a romance list.
So in other words, we should take the Anime Corners list more serious than Crunchyroll.
Yep.
And Sports Anime of the Year.
Oh, look, a category Crunchyroll didn't have.
Yep. In 10th place, Mix Season 2, which I think that was baseball. Uma Musume, I think I would have ranked higher, but I really enjoyed all 3 seasons, although I think Season 3 might have been the weakest of the 3 seasons. But so
I agree.
Limit Break, I don't know that one. MF Ghost is Initial D revamped. Birdie Wing. I know a lot of people enjoyed that one. Kengan Ashura season 2. I don't know anything about that one.
Never heard of it.
Overtake was fantastic. I probably would have put that higher, but that's just me because I really enjoyed not just the fact that it was like an anime that you can't even say it was an anime about Formula 4 racing. It was an anime with a good storyline that had Formula 4 racing in it, but wasn't like the only focus. That was an anime that surprised me because I watched it thinking, "Oh, it's a cool. Looks like it's going to be a cool racing anime," and it really had a deeper storyline than I expected it to take. So I probably would have put that second, although I have not seen the Linking Shot or Hanma Baki season 2. Blue Lock, I heard so much good stuff about. Never watched it.
Blue Lock made its way to my watch list.
I have to say, look at the votes.
Yeah, that's the landslide victory. Almost half of the votes went to Blue Lock.
It was on my list. I have not gotten to it yet. I've heard nothing but good things. But given that I have not seen a single thing on this list, but I know enough to know that they all deserve to be in that category.
Yep.
Which cannot be said for Crunchyroll. I ain't gonna argue.
All right, drama.
For romance, Ross says My Happy Marriage should have won, but nothing about Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale was 15th on that list.
It made the cut.
It made the cut. Yep.
So
The Galaxy Next Door did not.
Drama of the Year, top 15. You have Sunere, The Linking Shot, Bang Dream, Blue Orchestra, My Home Hero, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale is here, Ancient Magus' Bride Season 2, To Your Eternity Season 2, Lick Clink Season 2, Skip and Loafer, Mushoku Tensei Season 2, My Happy Marriage, and fourth, Vinland Saga. Third, Apothecary Diaries. Second, Frieren. Really, I don't know if I would consider Frieren. I guess it does have some drama in there. And first place, Oshinoko.
That actually seems very fitting.
Yeah, I could agree with that based off of what I've heard about Oshinoko. I could see that being a fitting thing for drama of the year. Original anime of the year. We have the top 10 list here. Kizura no Ale Season 2. No idea about that one. Giant Beasts of Ours. Soaring Sky, Pretty Cure. Protocol Rain. Ayaka, A Story of Bonds and Wounds. Revenger. Overtake. That was definitely an original series. Again, absolutely loved it. Agreed that it's on the list here. Lick Clink Season 2, never seen. Mobile Suit Gundam, I know you enjoyed. Ange.
I loved Witch from Mercury. It makes me happy to see it on this list. I'm actually shocked it's this high.
And Buddy Daddy's in first with a 36.35% of the votes. And they had 7,200 votes come in.
Wow.
Honestly, it looks like just this, the way these awards are done, and I feel like the diversity of the audience is showing here as well.
Yeah, I think this is a better
representation.
Better representation of the anime year in anime.
And Ross in the chat, I should bring this up, but next week we should go forward in time. Well, Ross, spoilers, we have a plan for that.
And for the record, I want to kind of brag on myself for being part of the Anime Corner process, because even though I was rivals with Anime Corner for years, we all did kind of end up working together until the official company started taking us out. So I I did have my contributions toward that community. Unfortunately, I just got too busy with life and didn't continue with Xerac like I initially planned to.
Next category, Slice of Life of the Year. Starts at the bottom of the list with My Clueless First Friend,
That was
Onimai,
cute as well.
Saint Cecilia, and Pastor Lawrence. I agree with that being this low. I probably would have put it lower because, frankly, what had a lot of potential to be a good slice of life / romance turned out to be really disappointing and boring.
Here is my question. Onimai, I'm Now Your Sister. Was that really a slice of life?
Yes, it was, because even though he got turned into a girl, he was basically reliving middle school. He made friends in middle school, had experiences with friends in middle school. It Yes, it was.
Fair. I know you watched it. I did not. That's why I ask.
Yeah, no, it's accurate. It is slice of life.
Fair enough.
And we've got Otaku Elf in 12th, the Yuzuki family's 4 sons. My New Boss is Goofy. I have never heard of that. That actually sounds kind of silly. Masterful Cat is depressed again today. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, Tonikawa Season 2. In 6th place, The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. 5th place, Insomniacs After School. 4th place goes to Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. 3rd place, Skip and Loafer. 2nd place, Horimiya, The Missing Pieces. And in 1st place, The Dangers in My Heart, which I've heard a lot of people really enjoyed that show.
So I'm a
Darren
lot
being
of
one of
people.
them.
And that category got over 15,000 votes.
Very nice.
Adventure of the Year. We start off
Oh my
at
god.
Eden Zero. Reborn as a vending machine. Yay! They got a nomination in there.
Just no.
Ragnar
Not
Crimson. Go ahead, Darren.
No, Ross. Horimiya, The Missing Pieces is relevant.
Ross, by your argument, then half of these things shouldn't be on this list because it's all season 2, 3, 5,
Exactly. Because
39.5.
this was a spin-off series of the original. So yes, and it aired in 2023. So yes, it deserves to be on this list.
12th, Bo Fury. Season 2.
Nice to see Bo Fury getting some love from more than just us.
Yeah. Shangri-La in 11th. Shield Hero Season 3. Tengoku. We have One Piece. Mashal. Dr. Stone in 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Jobless Reincarnation Season 2 in 5th. Vinland Saga Season 2 in 4th. Hell's Paradise in 3rd. Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village Arc in 2nd with 11.26% of the vote. And in 1st place with a 19.31, we have Freerun.
So, and I think that's fairly unanimous across the community at this point.
Almost 20,000 people voted on this category. 19,859 votes. And 19.3% of them said Freerin.
So about 1,900, almost 2,000.
Action of the year. This one had 16 different. I think it's supposed to be 15. It goes from 16 to 14.
I'll tell Z.
Eden Zero, season 2 at 0.8%.
We don't want fairy tale ripoffs.
14th with
That's what-
Trigun. That's what Eden Zero is, fairy tale ripoff.
Yeah, it's literally the characters are almost identical because it's the same illustrator author.
13th goes to Pluto. Maybe that's why it was put to 16th. It was so bad that nothing beats it. We have Undead Unlock, Buddy Daddies, Dr. Stone, One Piece, Zom 100, Hell's Paradise. In 6th place, we have Spy Family Season 2. 5th place, Bungo Stray Dog Season 5. 4th place, Demon Slayer. 3rd place, Bleach. 2nd place, Attack on Titan. And winning this category, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I think this is the first Jujutsu Kaisen one we've seen on this list.
And to my understanding, that was one that was actually deserved.
From what little I've heard, agreed.
And this category had 23,200 people vote. And it was close between Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan, a 15.88 to a 14.82, so about 1% difference.
And what was the category? Action?
Action.
Yeah, okay.
Movies.
Movie of the year. Blue Giant, Psychopaths, Sasuke and Mayano, Graduation, Slime the movie, to every you I've loved before, to me, the one who loved you. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. The Tunnel to Summer, Black Clover, Kaguya-sama, The Boy and the Heron,
Yes.
and the winner, Suzume, at a 24.3. And 13,000 votes, 13,300 votes for this category.
Boy and the Heron was so good.
I'm not sure what this next category is, but there's 30 nominees.
But it might be anime of the year since you're getting close to the top.
It very well could be.
You want to peek at the category?
We'll just start naming off and say these were all nominated for something, and we'll find out who the winner is.
Given what's on the screen, I'd be surprised if it wasn't anime of the year.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't see any sequels on here. So I'm wondering if these are best non-sequel anime.
We shall see. Starting in 30th place, we have Trigun Stampede, Insomniacs After School, Magical Revolution, Pluto, Ragnar Crimson, Skip and Loafer, 100 Girlfriends, Buddy Daddies, One Piece, Angel Next Door, Yamada at level 999, 19th Tomo-chan, 18th Tengoku, 17th we have Horimiya, 16th Blue Lock, Psalm 100, Apothecary Diaries, My Happy Marriage, Jobless Reincarnation Season 2, Demon Slayer, Swordsmith Village Arc at 11th, Hell's Paradise in 10th, Oshinoko 9th, Eminence in Shadow Season 2, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 and 7th, Dangers in My Heart, Vinland Saga, Frieren in fourth, Bleach in third, Attack on Titan in second, and the winner of this category, Bungo Stray Dogs 5. Anime of the Year.
Wow.
Category received 69,482 votes.
Wow.
I don't know that Attack on Titan, the final season, the final chapter, deserves to be at number 2. I
And it
don't
said,
know.
I'm surprised to see Frieren at number 4, honestly.
now it said the top 3 series are all sequels, so Frieren is the best new anime of 2023.
At
And-
least they pointed that out.
And I can't even argue with that one. Like there's a lot of new. Wait a minute. Chainsaw Man got released in the fall of 2022, didn't it?
Yeah,
I
so
think so, yeah.
it wouldn't be on this list
That's
because this is actual 2023 from winter
right,
to
and
fall.
it dominated Crunchyroll. Well,
Yeah.
kind of.
Oh, it was in almost every category in Crunchyroll.
That's where I was going with that. Okay, we've got no mention. Going through Ross's comments, no mention of My Home Hero for drama. My Home Hero, Ross, that one I think just did not get a lot of hype. Galaxy Next Door on the list for Slice of Life. Never seen it, so I can't comment there.
People kept saying the missing pieces were stuff that was not shown in the original anime cut from the manga.
Regarding Horimiya.
Regardless, it's still a spin-off per se, and it's still released in 23.
Ross needs a new look on these awards. John Knight says Suzume will release on Blu-ray March 12. Thank you for sharing that. Ross says, honestly, I did not like the one I loved before, and the other version of that he should have had found a way to be with the childhood friend.
And we're going to switch over where we have about 40 minutes left of the show to looking ahead to the spring 2024 anime list. We went through 2 different awards winners, so it figured it'd be fun to switch over to look ahead at what shows might we be watching. And of course, we start the list off on my anime list here with Konosuba Season 3, which, of course, I will be watching.
As well as myself.
Ange is not interested in that one.
Not my jam.
But explosions.
More Aqua.
More darkness.
You
More
guys
Cosmo.
are not telling me on this.
More true gender equality.
More Yun.
I will spend an entire season listening to you two argue over who's better and laugh at you the entire time.
Pretty much. Demon Slayer. New season of Kimetsu no Yaiba training arc. We have Reincarnated as a Slime Season 3. I haven't finished Season 2 yet.
Oh, look, we have My Hero Academia Season 7.
More Jobless Reincarnation is coming out. Season 2, Part 2.
Oh, wow. We're getting more Misfit of Demon King Academy. I hope that maintains the hype this time.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say, regarding My Hero Academia, it is actually almost the manga's, I believe, either done or almost done, and the last season was really good. So I actually have a lot of hopes for this upcoming season. As overrated as it may very well be.
And I'm sure we will pick on you for it, just like you'll pick on us for isekai trash.
Exactly.
Kaiju number 8.
I
Don't know
believe
anything about that.
Yup, that's the one that's on my list.
Date Alive season 5.
I still need to finish season 4.
I found season 4 not to be very good and lost interest, which really let me down after season 3 was so good.
Are you sure it wasn't because of Kurumi?
No, I didn't like some of the new spirits they brought in. Like Date Alive season 4, I never finished, and Not to Summon a Demon Lord season 2, I never finished because I just kind of was like, this isn't hitting like the earlier seasons did.
Hmm.
The Irregular at Magic High School season 3. Spice
Yep.
and Wolf.
Yep, Spice and Wolf is back after how many years?
Many. And I'm not sure how I feel about the new art style, but I am still going to watch it because the original was fantastic.
I thought you were going to say because Holo.
Well, Holo is great too, but I really enjoyed the original. There you go, Darren. You get more laid back camp. Season 3.
I still haven't watched season 1.
Neither have I.
Here you go.
I've never heard of this one before now.
They actually say it's one of the it's one of the most comfy anime you can watch. Between that and A Place Further Than the Universe, those are like the two shows that I slept on that I shouldn't have. But they say Laid Back Camp is like one of the most relaxing anime you can watch. It's just cute girls doing cute things in nature.
Then we have Sound Euphorium 3, a drama. I don't even know what that is, and it's a third season.
I do. It's a band. It's a band thing. One of my friends is head over heels for it.
Whisper Me a Love Song. Girls Love.
I'm
There
in.
you go. Black Butler fans, you get more Black Butler. Public School Edition. Go Go Loser Ranger. What the heck?
Sounds like a rip-off Power Ranger.
That's kind of what it is, and it's on my list.
Yostar Pictures. I've never even heard of that studio.
Let's see what else they did real quick.
Azure Lane.
Azure Lane, Arc
Arc
Knight,
Knights.
Blue Archive. Looks like a lot of game-oriented animes.
Yeah.
This one's listed as a shonen, so y'all can laugh at me for this one.
And that is?
Oh, that's the Go Go Loser Rangers demographic shonen.
Because it's on my list.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to be putting the next one on my list.
A Condition Called Love. And then we have Unnamed Memory. Windbreaker. Action by Cloverworks. So that could be an interesting one. Cloverworks usually puts out good stuff.
Cloverworks is good.
Yep. Delinquent.
I was reincarnated as a seventh prince so I can take.
I'm perfecting my magical ability. I
Yep.
actually want to watch that one. I've seen the trailers for that one, and it's actually fairly intriguing.
I might give that a try.
It's not because the pink hair looks like Malim, right?
No, just reading up the synopsis a little bit, and it's like, that kind of that might be enjoyable. But then again, of course, it's isekai.
That's kind of it's kind of it. You're the isekai trash.
Yep. Mission Yozakura family. That one could be up your.
That one, that one might be up my alley.
Maybe up Angie's alley. Action, comedy, romance, and it's a shonen. So
That's too much. That's one of those could go either ways. And let's be real, if it's more comedy than anything else, I'm not gonna. That tends to be a genre I'm not a fan of.
Bartender Glass of God.
That's on my list.
Okay.
I
This
have been
sounds like.
looking.
Go ahead.
Go on.
No, I was just gonna say this sounds like one of those ones that Giguk's gonna go on a rant on next season, just by reading the description.
This has been on my list since I saw a trailer months ago.
That looks like that could be interesting. I might give that a shot. In all
I
honesty.
might as well.
And the next one is actually listed as an ecchi.
Finally.
God's Game We Play.
Whether or not it
Sounds like,
actually lives up to that is another story.
sounds like Mondaiji.
And and themes high stakes game, strategy game.
Yay! So no game, no life, and Mondaiji. Sounds like fun. Plus, I'm sorry, the character remind me of I mean the generic same hairstyle, but the vibe reminds me of Sky Academy, I believe.
And then we have The Duke of Death and His Maid Season 3.
Season 3.
Yeah, Season 3. An Archdemon's Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride.
There you go, Doug. Brains Base has a good reputation.
I might give that a shot. It seems kind of interesting, but I don't know if it's one that will hook me. Chilling in another world with level 2 super cheat powers. That sounds like a knockoff.
Of course.
I mean, yes, isekai, da 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 da. Although I might watch that because the animal girl in white's kind of cute. So that could be interesting. Jaisan Basen Wakageru.
Okay, reading the description on this one, this actually sounds interesting.
Agreed.
That is kind of interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming off of a web manga.
Hey, more power to them.
Yeah. As a reincarnated aristocrat, I've used my appraisal skill.
About to say, I'm pretty sure Aristocat belongs to Disney, and we don't want to get sued.
Yeah. To rise in the world. I don't know if I'm going to watch that one or not. Up
Ooh,
next,
I
we have
like the studio though.
Studio Mother.
Mm-hmm. It did Ari Fuerte.
Ah. There's a lot of different studios out there now for shows. Blue
Yup.
Archive, the animation. Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. Mysterious Disappearances. Mystery Supernatural. That might be up your alley, Ange.
I was just looking at that. The answer to that is a definite maybe.
Yeah, The Fable. Comedy. No, I don't think I would watch that one.
The art style was no.
Studio Apartment, Good Lighting, Angel Included.
Okay, that actually looks like one I would watch.
I was gonna say that sounds like a Darren.
Yeah, it's a shonen harem. I might even give that one a try. I'm not really a shonen fan, but I might check that one out.
Oh, hey, look, this next one's right up all three of our alleys, literally.
Seiyu Radio no Oromote?
Two hosts of a weekly radio program as fellow classmates and VAs. They show all the listeners. Oh god, I lost it.
As
Their
fellow
great
classmates, when
friendship.
they show all the listeners their great friendship, at least on the surface, in the reality, they're complete opposites. They can absolutely cannot stand each other off air. Chaos and insults erupt on air. They're the best of friends. Yeah, so the three of us.
In some semblance, yeah, that's. I feel like if nothing else, we should watch that.
That might be one we all should watch just to be like, all right, let's see how we compare to this show. Not because it's girls' love, but because this sounds like something that is relatable to us as podcasters.
Yup. And how opposite we really are in some aspects.
Especially you and me, because we're like day and night.
I seem to be the middle ground between the two of you.
In terms of what we like for anime, yeah.
Up next, we have Vampire Dormitory, Re-Monster, and oh boy, this sounds familiar. The banished former hero lives as he pleases. Another banished heroes party type show. This is the third or fourth different banished from a party anime
Banished
that
from,
we've seen.
Banished from the Heroes Party apparently kicked off the whole fantasy
Like,
because,
I want to see more fantasy, don't get me wrong, but can we have not the same tropes over and over again, please?
well, once one gets popular, you know they got to do several more to try
No,
and keep up with the norm until people get tired of it.
I
And,
know.
and
But
perfect example of that. Look at the string of pharmacy animes that came out in like a year and a half stretch. They had 3 or 4 of them. You have
And
all
now
these
the
absurd
villainous.
villainous and also cooking animes. Not Food Wars,
No,
but campfire cooking or farming or
Or Delicious in Dungeon.
Okay, Delicious in Dungeon is good, but still,
but still you know what we're saying.
yes. And I just want more original stuff.
Here you
I
go.
thi-
Girls Band Cry. Strictly music. And Toei Animation.
Interesting.
That might be worth a watch because Toei Animation has put out a lot of good stuff.
Toei, the only thing I think I've watched by them is Digimon, but
One Piece,
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, World Trigger, Slam Dunk, Mononoke, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Wait, Toei Animation did Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, so it shows
Oh, that's
here.
right. You're right.
Saint Seiya, Clannad movie, Sailor Moon R, Sailor Moon S, Sailor
So-
Moon C.
so a lot of things I have heard of. Most that I've never watched.
A million
And-
different One Piece and Naruto.
And
Or
some
not Naruto,
stuff that I
Dragon
didn't
Ball.
like. Because I did not like Dragon Ball at all.
Canon. Marmalade Boy. So yeah, they did a lot of different shows. They've been around for a long time.
I was about to say, considering they did Dragon Ball in the 80s, so they've been around for at least 40 years almost.
Yeah. So that's a potential because I do like some of my music-based animes.
Oh, here's another. Moving along, we have another racing anime for you.
Yeah, I don't know if that one, like looking at the picture and reading the synopsis, it's not grabbing me.
And I agree.
Like Overtake did. Overtake just something drew me to that based off of the picture and based off the synopsis. This one I don't get the same feeling from. Up
And
next we
it-
have the new
A,
gate.
a new Sword Art clone.
About to say, it looks like a Sword Art ripoff in both the art and the synopsis.
Tadaima Okiri from Studio Dean. Theme childcare.
Stay at home parent.
Boys love slice of life. I'll pass.
Nope.
Astronaut.
That looks like a pass just looking at the art.
Yeah. Henjin no salad bowl.
Dare I even?
Looking at the synopsis, I don't know. It's from a light novel. It's a comedy supernatural. Studio Comet and Synergy SP as the studios involved. More Idol Masters. Never started that series, so I'll pass. Shumatsu Train Doko Iiku. I don't know.
Oh, it's a doomsday. It's a doomsday train. There you go, Doug. Trains.
Just because I work for the railroad doesn't mean I'm going to watch every train anime.
Why not? You should.
Railroad Mask was horrible.
Here, Katakawa announced the anime in commemoration of 2022's Railway Day, the 150th anniversary of Japan's first railway.
Interesting.
I think you should watch it on principle alone, being a rail fan. Just saying.
Wait, which one? Which one is this?
Shimatsu Train.
Ah,
Then we have Bokayaku Battery,
Baseball.
baseball animal.
a baseball anime by Mappa.
A baseball anime by Mappa, and we have a bicycle racing anime by TMS Entertainment.
Women's bicycle racing. Okay. Let's see. We skipped over
Karasu wa Aruji.
Yatsugaru. Karawa Aruji wo Irabanai. So it's about
Historical
Transformers.
fantasy. That might be up your alley, Ange. I know you like the fantasy and the historical stuff.
I do.
It's based off a novel.
Even
And Studio PR.
I don't know the studio. What else has the studio done?
Tokyo Ghoul.
Never seen any of this. Naruto, Tokyo Ghoul, Bleach, Black Clover, Barto,
Boruto,
Great
Yu Yu
Teacher
Hakusho,
Never seen it. Great Teacher
Beelzebub,
Onizuka. I've never seen any of this. I've heard of
Platinum
most of
End.
it.
Platinum End.
That I did watch. It was the
So-
producer, not the studio for that. And Platinum End had a shitty ending.
Tokyo Mew Mew.
Still World is Beautiful. That was actually a good one. I'm sorry. Kingdom.
Never seen it.
Urusui Yatsura. I'm thinking the original.
Baby Step.
All right. So a lot that I know of, not a lot that I have seen.
Blue Dragon. Oh, they did Eldive.
Oh wow, they did Raycon.
That one was okay. Sugar Rune. Hunter x Hunter. Onigiri. Sonic the Hedgehog.
More Beelzebub. Soul.
So they've done quite a bit of different stuff.
Quite a bit of the mainstream ones. The long series ones.
You know, I scrolled through and I saw Boku no Mare, and something else popped into my head when I saw that title. And I had to take a second look. I was like, okay, it wasn't what I thought.
There's a lot of Boku no shows besides the famous one.
Yeah. But Darren had to Piku at the show. So yeah, lots of different. I put a lot of different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Continuing on, we have Kenka, or Viral Hit. What's that, like boxing?
His troubles. Let's see. Cameraman. 10 million. Okay, so it's about blogging, kinda streaming. The footage was accidentally uploaded to YouTube and has gone viral and earned 10 million from viewership. Taking on bullies.
Interesting. Tenori no Yokai-san. Slice of life supernatural. I don't think that would be.
Our cat might be turning into a Nekomata.
I don't think that would be up my alley.
Nope.
Nigeon Animation 2.
More
Boy,
golf.
golf anime.
Still no bowling.
Yeah, another idol anime.
They keep touting golf, Doug, just the wrong kind.
Yeah, nothing in the TV continuing. ONA's Sandland, Mahjong Soul Khan, and Raising Impact, another golf anime. OVA Shinyari, movies, Blue Lock, Code Geass, Trapezium, Uma Musume movie.
Another Conan movie.
Number 27. Look Back.
Rabbit's Kingdom, the movie,
Dear Friend.
which is part 2 of the spin-off of Yuru Yuri, featuring Sakurako and her sisters.
Yuri was one of those that I never got involved into, but my friends loved it.
Kurameru Kagari. Mystery sci-fi suspense. Theme detective. Kurayakaba and I Riz the movie Full Energy.
Idols.
And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hentai coming out this season.
That's why we use my list and not Darren's. We don't put any 18 plus.
All you gotta do is click the button. They're censored.
And in the chat here, let's see. Scrolling back up. Ross says, okay, for the spring list, I got 19 shows. John Knight is excited for My Hero Season 7 because it's on his birthday. Ross says on his list includes Season 3 of Slime, Season 7 of My Hero, Misfit Demon Academy, Laid Back Camp 3, Data Life 5. Ross says, finally, Doug agrees with me, except the blonde they brought in. She was cute. So that was talking about Data Live, where I didn't like any of the new spirits that they brought in. HH I was going to say a couple of things about some of those titles, but thought better of it if you haven't seen it. Ross also says he's going to be watching Black Butler. John Knight says, new anime season will continue to follow the manga. This is not a reboot of Black Butler. Ross also continues on with watching A Condition Called Love, Unnamed Memory, Yozakura Family Romance. He said he's going to be watching God's Game, Duke of Death Season 3, Elf Bride, plus this year is not the year of the dragon, but elves. The Grandma and Grandpa Become Young Again anime. And HH says, nice slip in of Year of the Elves, as opposed to the Year of the Dragons. Now I got to watch Studio Apartment Angel. It's a romance, no harem. And he also says Super Level Cheat on his list. and former banished hero. He's going to be watching that. H saying that he likes the farming animes, but we already know his opinion on foodie themes. Ross also added Newgate, Astronaut, Salad Bowl. Those are all on his list. HH is agreeing with you, Darren, saying I should watch Reincarnated as a Train. That's what
I
he's calling
agree.
it.
I agree with the you should watch that one, and I will agree Reincarnated as a Train.
Well, didn't they already do that in Demon Slayer, where the guy doesn't just like trains; he is the train.
Irrelevant. You need to watch this.
So that is the spring anime list. We are almost out of time. My God, the time just kind of flew going through the different awards lists and everything.
Yep, and also to everybody in the chat, we actually do like your comments. We want to know what you all think of these shows, especially I would argue especially the ones we're not watching and probably aren't necessarily going to watch when they're new. Because hey, if everybody watched the same crap, well,
we never experience anything new.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And even the three of us don't agree on a whole heck of a lot. Therefore, we all kind of end up exposing each other to things that we would have missed otherwise. HH, it is entirely possible there is lag. There's also the fact that we just kind of went through all the comments at once in the order we caught them.
Yeah, I was tabbed off of the
As
chat
was I.
while going through the list, so I do apologize about not catching all these comments as they were coming through.
I was doing the same because we had done husband and I did first pass of the list already and had put some on the watch list, but
And Ross says on the reboot comment he was referring to Spice and Wolf. But we do love all the interaction that you guys do in the chat room. It helps keep the show going. It helps us know that you're interested in what we're doing, and it helps us want to include you in what we're doing. It really does mean a lot to all of us that you guys take the time out of your schedule every week. So it blows us away the love and support that you all have shown for the show and for us, whether it be HH, thank you for distracting me. HH wants to know, Ange, what kind of spice does one use on a wolf?
You know what? I'm gonna say ginger.
Maybe a little cinnamon?
That was also a thought, but I cook with ginger more than I cook with cinnamon.
How about garlic?
Garlic just goes in everything.
So does cheese.
Cheese is not a spice.
No, but it goes with everything.
I will disagree with everything.
Well, yeah, not everything. I don't think I could put cheese in like cereal.
Cheese does not go on pancakes.
No, cheese goes good with anything meat.
Even that I will disagree. Cheese does not go with fish.
True.
And
HH
again,
says ginger because that have no souls.
That is what came to mind. I've not seen Spice and Wolf, so
Holo is not just the wolf, but she's also the spice.
Kumin says Ross in response to the spice comment.
And HH says Parmesan cod.
I will disagree, but not okay.
I don't like fish, but that doesn't sound horrible.
I'm gonna leave that one as not my jam, but go for it.
Ross is saying basil. But on that note, we are out of time. Again, thank you to everybody for tuning in this week. We had a lot of fun doing the show. It looks like my work schedule this week is going to be the same as last week, so I should be here Sunday. Until next week, when we have more fun and excitement here on Anime-Zing Radio, thank you to everybody who tuned in, whether you're watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, or listening to us in podcast platform anywhere throughout the world. We really appreciate it and love your support. Until next time, this has been Anime-Zing Radio on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll see you again here next week.
Good night, everybody.